Everybody, this is Coach Dawn here today with a Google tip. And what I'd like to talk about today is Google Slides and how to embrace more student discussion within our remote learning classroom. And this can be done during a class discussion in Google Meets with synchronous learning, or even something that you've set up for asynchronous learning time. So basically, I have made some silent discussion boards here. As you can see, these were pretty basic and easy to make. I just inserted the background color, and I picked just a background color, any color that you would like. And then I just started adding in the shapes. And I did the call out shapes. I'm going to add one more so you can see exactly what I mean. And I just basically dragged this in, and there you go. So that is exactly how I added all these different call outs. Now, of course, there's not enough for one for each kid here, so you would have to duplicate the slide. But before we do that, we are going to change things around. I also did another way. Again, there's so many different backgrounds you can do. These are just rectangles. So here I came in, I inserted rectangles, I set one up, and then to get them the exact size, what I did is I just copy. I can come here, edit, or Command C. I copied and pasted them so that they would all be the same exact size. To change the background color, the paint bucket, and then I can pick any color that I would like to put in there. So that is exactly how I made these two slides. Now here's the problem. These move around, right? And I actually don't want my students moving these around. I want them to stay exactly where they are. So I could screenshot this and then insert it as a image in my background. But here's another way that you can do that as well. I can come here, I can download, and then I am going to download this as a PNG. Okay, so I'm going to download as a PNG. And then I am going to come here and I'm going to do, actually, I'm going to open it. I am going to, I can change the name on this. And I'm going to call this callouts. And I'm going to put it on my desktop so I know exactly where it is. And save. Okay, so that's the first one. Now I want to do the same thing with this one and get. Okay, now that I have them saved to desktop, I would like to insert and make these so that they don't move around. So I can hit here, I could hit add a slide, I can also hit it from here as well. So I'm gonna have a slide, I'm gonna come to background, and I'm going to choose an image. I'm gonna upload it from my computer because that's where I saved it. Remember when I changed that around, and I just need to find it now. Silent discussion call out. So there it is. And then I'm going to insert it. And I'm going to do the same exact thing for my next one as well. Now that I have two that I cannot, as you can see, I can click anywhere on these and they're not going to move. I am just going to get rid of these two because I do not need them anymore. And I have mine here. Now, if I wanted to duplicate this slide, I could duplicate it, or I could always duplicate it from here as well. And now, depending on how many kids that you have in your students that you have in your classroom, it will depend on how many of these you would like. So I can make each of these a question. One idea that I was thinking of, I know there's not enough for each student, but I could have 3 or 4 different questions and have them pick one question to answer. There's so many different things you can do, or I could have the same question and make sure that every kid answers it, just wouldn't be on the same slide. So lots of fun things you can do there. Then the next thing I need to do is put my question in. So I'm just going to come here, and what was the main idea of whatever story it was, our text? Right? And this could be anything. What did we learn today from summarizing our stories? Tell me something new that you've learned this week. All kinds of fun discussion prompts that you can do. as you do this. And especially for our younger students. Now, our older students may know how to insert text, but our younger students are not going to know that. So I may want to do this for them. So I'm going to say text here, or answer here, or however you want to do it. Whatever you decide, I can now come in, and again, I can duplicate that, I can copy paste it, and I can just keep sticking them in so that my students know how to do this. Now, once I got this all set up, I might want to make a template, right? So that way I'm not making this every time, I'm just changing my question. So if this is going to be a template, I might just say, question here, right? So that way I'm going to do this, and I'm going to have a template for my students to do a discussion. Same process here. I would also just go through, and why did that text not come in? So answer here. So now my students are able to come in and give an answer in each of these boxes. So again, I would do the same process where I'm going to duplicate this or copy and paste it, and I would be ready to go. So this is just a fun way to get our kids talking during remote learning. I've just named it Silent Discussion. Any questions, please let me know.